Welcome to Passage to Profit. Today's episode uncovers the real secrets, tips, and journeys every founder and innovator should know. Let's dive right in.
Jess Tedfelt with MediaAmbassadors.com. What is a secret you can share with our audience?
Well, a big one, I think that's super important because every business has some sales component or a component of you have to keep moving forward on something. And it's the fortune is in the follow-up. You must have a CRM. I happen to like HubSpot, but people use Salesforce or a million other ones. And there are new ones, go high level. It doesn't really matter which one, pick one, but you have to, as a daily practice, follow up on stuff, on conversations. If somebody said, hey, I want to talk to you again about this in 2 months or 9 months or 2 years, you can put it into a system and it pops up. That's just a huge one that shockingly, so many people are just letting business fall between the cracks. But you put it in a CRM, like one of the ones I brought up, and you can follow up. I do it daily.
Excellent advice. Micki Vandeloo with Lakeview Consulting.net. What's a secret you can share?
Well, I think far too many people think that they need to have a scarcity mindset, that there's only this little piece, there's this pie and nobody can have more than what pieces are in that pie and that type of thing. What I've found in running my business is there's always another client. There's always another company. There's always another customer. And I don't think that any of us have to be beholden to clients that are abusive, that are not a good fit for what we do. There's always another client out there. And I think that's been really helpful to me as I've run my business, is to understand that there's always more than just that pie. There's an abundant group of clients out there. There's many more clients that need our assistance that we've been able to access or talk to or anything. There's just more out there all the time.
Yeah, plenty of efficiency. Kenny Kelley with silentbeacon.com.
Number one question I get when they find out I'm an entrepreneur, I've been an entrepreneur my whole life, never worked for anybody, always had an idea and did it, is that you don't need to quit your job to start your idea. People think you've got to make this switch on day one without proof of concept. Just, I'm going to live in a room by myself and eat ramen noodles and we're going to get there. It's not like the movies. You don't have to do that. You've got YouTube, you've got ChatGPT, you've got Alibaba. You have all these resources that you can combine to come up with the perfect plan before you execute one dime into this project. Then you get the buy-in from your friends, you get through the haters, and then now you have a proof of concept. That's when you start to get into the most. So the biggest piece of advice I could give to any entrepreneur out there, anybody who wants to be an entrepreneur and is just looking for that push, do it now. Do it in your spare time. Put 10% of your income away a year just for that one idea, right? Start an LLC so you can write that off. Do whatever you want to do, but get going now. Don't wait for this perfect time or, oh, that must be a sign because I missed the bus to work. Just do it now.
Richard Gearhart with Gearhart Law. What is your secret?
Today, I'm going to take a little bit of a different approach and talk about legal issues. If you have a legal issue that's festering and you know it's there, don't let it fester any longer. You contact the right kind of legal professional and get it taken care of sooner rather than later. I can't tell you how many clients I get that had an issue that they let go for a year or two, and the issue just got worse and worse. And we have to get involved, and it ends up costing them a lot of money. And it's something that could have been addressed for far less money and far less time if that had been addressed earlier. So if you do have a legal issue on your plate, get it taken care of early before it becomes a big problem.
Well, that's a good one. For me with Gear Media Studios, I'll say, don't get all your information from one source. So I talk about ChatGPT a lot, but I really like Perplexity. I do use Google's Gemini, although now they're charging me for it, but I'm paying for the others. So I do try to ask the same query of a few different LLMs just to see what comes out the other end. They're getting closer together in their answers, but I find little nuggets from one that didn't show up in the others. So I think it behooves you to look more than one place for your information.
That's great.
These are the valuable secrets our experienced guests shared today.
Well, that's it for us. Passage to Profit is a nationally syndicated radio show appearing on 38 markets across the U.S. Look for our podcast tomorrow anywhere where you get your podcasts. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube. And for all your patent, trademark, and copyright needs, our firm Gearhart Law offers free consultations. You can contact us at gearhartlaw.com. And while the information provided during this program is believed to be correct, never take a legal step without first checking with your legal professional. That's it for us. We'll see you again next week on Passage to Profit.